Hi there, I'm Amy, and this is Hospice 101. Today we're answering one of the most important questions families ask us. When is the right time for hospice care? This timing question really matters, because getting hospice care at the right time can make a real difference in comfort, quality of life, and peace of mind. So let me start by sharing what research shows us about timing. Right now, most families wait until almost the very end. The average person gets hospice care for only about 18 days. But here's what multiple studies tell us. People benefit most when they have hospice care for weeks or even months. A major analysis of over 12,000 patients found significant improvements in quality of life when hospice care was started earlier. And in one study of patients with advanced lung cancer, those who received hospice-type care earlier lived nearly 3 months longer on average. Now, there are never any guarantees with life-limiting illnesses, even for those receiving the highest quality care. But here's what makes the difference with hospice. Earlier hospice care means less stress from aggressive curative treatments that may not be helping, better symptom control from specialists in comfort care, and more support for the whole family. When people have more time to benefit from this comprehensive approach, studies show 90% achieve good pain control, and families feel much more supported. So this brings us to the practical question. When should families actually consider hospice? Here's what families often notice first. When someone finds themselves going to the hospital or emergency room frequently, but those visits aren't really helping them feel better. When treatments become more burdensome than beneficial, that can be a sign it's time to consider a different approach focused on comfort. Another pattern families recognize is when daily activities become difficult or exhausting. This could mean needing help with bathing, getting dressed, using the toilet, or simply moving around the house. And the third sign that often brings families to hospice is when pain or other symptoms aren't well controlled despite the best standard medical treatment. Hospice teams specialize in comfort care and have many effective tools for pain and symptom management. So, what about the 6-month question? I know that many people have heard that hospice is for patients with 6 months or less to live. So let me explain what that really means. It doesn't mean you have to wait until someone is actively dying. What it actually means is this. If an illness were to follow its natural course, without aggressive interventions, a doctor believes the person's life expectancy would be 6 months or less. And here's the important part. This gives families precious time to focus on comfort, quality of life, and making new memories together. Before we go further, I want to talk about something really important. If you're watching this and thinking, we probably should have started hospice sooner, please don't feel guilty. The truth is, many families find themselves in situations where things change quickly, or where they weren't sure hospice was the right choice. That's completely normal and understandable. Even if someone is in crisis, even if things feel overwhelming, hospice can still provide meaningful comfort and support. There's no judgment here, and there's no such thing as too late when it comes to choosing comfort and dignity. So where does this leave you? How do you start this conversation? The best first step is talking with your doctor or healthcare team. You might ask questions like, do you think we should consider hospice care? Or, what would hospice look like for our situation? And remember this. Choosing hospice isn't about giving up. It's about choosing what matters most. Comfort, dignity, family time, and peace of mind. If you have questions about hospice timing, or if you'd like to explore whether hospice might be right for your situation, please reach out to us at EverLight Hospice. We're here to provide honest, compassionate guidance, with no pressure and no judgment. Because everyone deserves to understand their choices.